It's the number one hustler. I turn a hater to a customer. It's the number one hustler. I turn a hater to a customer. Trying to get this right. I'm trying to live this life. I put in work and still be earning stripes. So it's the number one hustler. I turn a hater to a customer. Trying to get this right. I'm trying to live this life. I put in work and still be earning stripes. So
hey everyone, guess who's back? It's the commish. Back here with another team preview. This time it's Ryan and Mr. Longyard, a new owner to the LOC. A guy that I've been playing fantasy with now, I think 3 years. And yeah, he's a good owner. But let's just get into his draft grade though, a D. I don't think things went well for Ryan in this draft. You know, his first pick was AP. I mean, not a bad pick. The thing with AP, though, he doesn't really have a future. Like, this could be his last year. Whereas you could have got, like, West or Snead or even Deshaun Jackson, who at least probably has a couple of years. So, not a bad pick because you probably, you know, it strengthens running back, but at the same time. Second round, you went Kobe Fleener. Some tight ends taken after were Witten, Brayton, Doyle. So, that'll be interesting to see if that was the right pick. Third round, you went Tyrod Taylor. This one was interesting. You already had Big Ben, similar to almost US1 strategy. We saw his preview. Jordan Matthews, Wallace, and Kamara were taken after Tyrod Taylor. So, interesting pick. I know you've been shopping them. Fourth round, Perryman was who you picked. Foreman, Hogan, Burkhead, and Mike Williams were people picked after him. And then in the fifth round, you went with Kevin White and Josh Gordon. Another reason why I gave you the grade of a D. I've been going down the Josh Gordon train for 3 years now. He's never done me any good. And that's part of why I gave you a D. You could have had Lockett or Wagner after Gordon. And you could have had Dwayne Allen or Sanu after Kevin White, who isn't having a good camp either. Sixth round, no pick. Seventh round, you went Vance McDonald. Eighth round, Jared Goff. Ninth round, Ryan Matthews, and 10th round, Brandon Coleman. Brandon Coleman, I think, is going to be a deep sleeper pick, so that was a good one. But, you know, the draft grade of a D, I think, is well-deserved. You know, the Tyrod Taylor pick was awful. The Josh Gordon pick was awful. And the Kevin White pick's looking pretty awful, too. So, looking at your lineup, though, the quarterback position, you got Big Ben, Tyrod Taylor, Jared Goff. I mean, you have some trade pieces there for sure. It's just whether or not someone will bite on them. I'm sure if someone loses their quarterback, they would. Running back, you got AP, Ware, Gurley, Lacey, Henderson, and Matthews. So pretty good group there of running backs. You had the two as keepers or three as keepers going into the draft. So getting AP really strengthened that. At wide receiver, you got Watkins, Perryman, Kevin White, Wilson, Brandon Coleman, Jerron Brown, Carr, Floyd, Gordon, and Hunter. So clearly you knew wide receiver wasn't really going to be a strength, but there are a lot of those lower-tiered guys, especially some that are deep sleepers that come out of nowhere, so it might be a good strategy. Tight end, you got Fleener, McDonald, and Safarian Jenkins. Kicker, Matt Prater. He's pretty good. Defense, Falcons and the Ravens. DL, you got McCoy and Wake, so pretty decent pair there. Linebacker, Von Miller, Clowney, Arakpo, Chandler Jones, Alden Smith. That one's interesting. But still, the linebacker is looking for big plays on those. Those are sack guys. And DBs, Hayden, Peterson, and Gilmore. Again, you're going for the big play with the interceptions. I will tell you this, Hayden looks awful as a Browns fan, and I honestly wish he wasn't on the team anymore. That being said, let's get into the win-loss. Again, like I say, picking Tyrod Taylor was similar to Steven and US1's strategy. We saw how successful it was for him. So week 1 against Too Good for a Name, first division rival, got a loss for you there. Second game against Sasha Heineken, another loss there. Third game against me, another division rival, got another loss there. Fourth game against Deuce Bombers, another loss for you in that one. So 0-4 to start the year, not so good introduction to the LOC. Week 5 against Georgian Pack Attack, another loss. Week 6 against Milan in the 6, lucky number 6 wins that one, another loss. And then week 7 against divisional rival Wolves, another loss. So an 0-7 start. Not sure if that's what Ryan was hoping for. Obviously, probably not. And then week 8, first W in the LOC against my ball Zach Ertz. And then week 9, nice couple pair of wins against East Division guys, beating Sean and Drink AJ. But then in the 10th game against Brian and the 12th man, you go back to your losing ways. Week 11 against Billsy Bob, another divisional rival, another loss. And then against True North in week 12, another loss. So what it equates to for Ryan and Longyard at this point, I foresee a 2-10 heading into the flex. Obviously with Monsters and George leaving the league, 2-10 is going to help him survive this year. Obviously, if it was next year, this probably wouldn't go down for him. But thankfully, US1's at 1-11, but I do project Ryan at 2-10.